Hundreds of thousands of people in the Los Angeles area have been ordered to evacuate their homes, and they're forced to leave some of the time with the clothes on their back and a few precious items. And we're already hearing reports of looters in the area taking advantage of this horrific situation. So, what ways can people use different cyber tools to ensure that their home is still safe?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, make sure all your flammables are away from things that you don't want to have catch fire. So be thinking about that. Like if you have a outdoor gas grill, set that way far away from your house. Secondly, do some photographs and a video inventory if it is safe to do so. So if you're in a pre-evacuation mode, upload those to the cloud so you have them for insurance purposes. If you do already have camera devices installed for a security system, make sure you know how to use them remotely. And again, make sure those systems are charged up. If they work on the internet, though, if they work on electricity, though, and don't have backup options, that's going to be problematic because if the power gets cut, if your internet gets cut, these devices will not work for you. So just make sure you have familiarity with that. And that can also be a great way to keep track of your house. The other thing a lot of people don't realize is Google Maps does have a live satellite feature. And so you could go to Google Maps and kind of keep tabs on your house from the live satellite feature there.
I think the rest of us in the country right now all have our eyes on Southern California. I mean, our hearts are broken, our prayers are with them, but we're also thinking about I can't even comprehend if this happened to me, if I lost everything or there was a threat of me losing everything in the blink of an eye. And it's making a lot of people want to have a disaster plan, an action plan to say, hey, if this happened to me, this is what I would need. What would, in the perspective of tech and cyber, be on that action plan for you?
An easy way to back up all your files, because assume in that moment you're not going to leave with your computer. You need to leave with your life, with your loved ones and your pets, right? So assume you may not be able to grab all your devices. So have an easy way to just hit a button and have everything back up to the cloud so that you know you've got a backup. Think about, do you have any fireproof safes? So do you have something that if you know you might be on the edge of an evacuation order that you could throw things into so that hopefully the worst won't happen, but if it does, that you've got something in a fireproof box and a flood-proof box for that matter. Also be thinking about, can you set up something called a go away bag where you've got the most important things that are in that bag. So in the event of a natural disaster and you have to get on the run pretty quickly, you can just grab that bag and go. It would be things like backup medications, backup phone numbers, maybe an old school address book with the most important numbers in it. It could be backup batteries and things like that, flashlights, first aid kit, something that is very easy to grab. Maybe it's by the coat closet that you have right by your front door, and that can be a way to have that plan. Also be thinking about who would you call first. So besides calling 911 or your local fire department, bypassing 911 if the circuits are too busy, who are your key numbers? A lot of people don't memorize phone numbers anymore. You may not have access to your phone, so you either need an old school phone book or you need to start memorizing numbers again, because when you need to contact somebody, how will you reach them if you don't have your smartphone?